Hello, back again to a new tutorial part to build our train. Last time we did here this Neaton, and there are some errors. So we look from side, and we see that here. So we correct that. We go near, edit mode, get them all singular, and bring them onto position. Rotate a little. Good. Good. That was that. We must look how it is on the other side as a copy of that. So I don't know they fit with them. No, that doesn't fit with them. So with X we delete that and take D from here. Shift D, bring it over there and use a mirror, interactive mirror. Good. And bring it onto. Yes. That is good. Then we had this thing here, this diagonal thing, and here we must make that more manual. Um, so for that, we make it easy and cut them here. I have no, yeah, I don't want to do that now. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9, we go back. There are 47, I think, but ego we deleted. So then I have seen here are two less of them. So we take here one of them, Shift D, make here one and Shift D, here one for the symmetry, so that it looks more similar. That will look better. Make the same here, Shift D, one here, Shift D, one there. Good. That was that. Now we come to the part to unwrap and texturing. There's a lot of stuff, and it's no funny thing. It's every time the same, and we must do it with all that we build. That means we can go to the second layer. We have here our cylinder. We go in edit mode. We delete the front face. We don't. No, we let it. We go here under shading UV, and here we can mark seam. If you don't know what mark seam is and what unwrapping is, so look my tutorials. I have 3 tutorials about that. Look them and you will know it. Then we need the undercut. There we mark a seam too, so he can cut off this 3D model and make it to 2D that we can paint on. That is what unwrapping is. And at this seams, you will later see difference between the right side and the left side. Because of that, always seam there where nobody sees that later. That is the best you can do. So, you can make that here more detailed unwrapping if you want, but I don't want to. Um, we now go there and edit mode, mark all with A, then U and unwrap. Then comes here non-uniform scale. That means we have to object, apply, rotation scale because we scaled and make them different, and now we must apply that before that he saved that new form there. Now we can do the same and it function. Good. We give them a material. So new material new. We call it black lock. Uh, we have here diffuse, that's okay for a moment. Then we have here this little point. We can change here image texture. We go to open, and I've got them from 3dtextures.com. There you can get this whole metal samples, and I take that here, and we got that. That's a little bit rough for the moment, but we will change that all later. In the moment, the only important thing is that we unwrap all what we done. That means we take all for one and unwrap them. In this cases here, we make it simple. We let the computer cut it off. So that means when we press U to unwrap, we take Smart UV project. So he makes it by his own. And that normally brings a good result. So we give them here the black lock, and you see he makes it good, better than we maybe. So we go on. Next one. It's that here. Okay. You Smart UV project and give them this. We will see some at some objects that don't have a good result, but that we clear later. The most will be very fine with that. So we have many to do. You know how many objects we have, and we must do that with all. The materials will be changed later into 3 or 4 materials all in all, um, because not all on this train is the same material. There are different black materials, metal materials. They are different. You don't see it when you look there directly, but if you look in the details, that's all different. Here you see that is a bad one. That we must change later by the other unwrap method. That here isn't good. But first we go on. We make all unwrap by project. And then we change what is a good one, what a bad one, and so on. So here the same, but we have to unwrap Smart UV project. And when you look my tutorials about UV, you understand why sometimes it is so and sometimes it looks so. It's really important to know what you do there because your result will be awful when you don't understand what you do there. Good. And I must say, it's not my favorite work when I make some models. I hate it. I can say that. Um, because normally you must make here all the seams in all of this stuff. That is a work you can take months with that. Yeah? That is hard. And I don't like it too perfectly. because of that, I can make it a little bit faster with these methods. They are not the best, but they are good enough. In real, you must go there each object, mark the seams that you can cut off the 3D model to get a 2D model of that you can paint on these textures. And that is huge work. And to cut that is not equal where you cut that. You must exactly know how that looks then later when it is in 2D then. And that all you need some years or weeks. Some say to me they make it uh, in 1 year or in months to understand that and make that. I don't believe that because it's a huge theme all in all. To understand that all, to make that all, to try with that, to find your errors, and so on. It's a long way. But if they mean they must say that, so oh, they should do that. I know the truth. Um, Good, but ego. I'm not that good like these guys, maybe that can be that. uh, but for me, as ego, I built this train, and this train looks good, so I don't care about everything else. I can do each model in my quality in a moment, and I grow up every day. And so my models will be better, better, and better. And sometimes it will be real good. And for that, I work with Blender each day. Um, Look to news, what happens on all the channels in Facebook. Uh, yeah, I have that important channels as my favorites, where I look what they do because the best is when you look from guys they are very good, then you can learn fast. And I can say you some you don't need such pay uh, abos or something else to know the good way. If you have enough time and look all tutorials that I posted and the links to other sites and so on, we will have the same. You don't need that to give money for that all that. Just much time, much nerves, and much try, try, and try. That is the important things. Don't give up and work on it. So we are on the right way. Good. This one is left, I think. No, there's another one. Oh, there are many. Okay, okay, okay. But we make it. Good. Yeah, that are the needs. Yeah, there are many. That's right. The node system is also not so easy because it's the basic is the unwrapping, and on this basic, this node system can work the materials that you build, and for that it is some of much things you've done, and yeah, that's not so easy that you think maybe. Good, but we are on the way, and you see it here too. That's a bad material. That is a bad material. That comes from the unwrap. The unwrap isn't good for this models there. They are built not so that he can make it to a good one. So there you must set the seams manually, and then the result will look better. That's normally why a computer should know how to do that. Yeah, computer is only so good as his user is. That is the golden rule. And so my computer is the best, sure. No, what was a joke? Yeah, I'm only a hobby artist, no more. I'm no professional, and but I find my way to do what I can, and I want to show you when I can do that, you can do that too. So don't wonder when we now go to the first layer, all is on other places because we are here, not in the middle now. So we let it in a moment like that is and go here. Now you see there are the first effects of that. And we must make it but with all the rest too. So we got that here and give them this material and the unwrap project from you. Here you see it works better on other sides. Not so good. We will see that. Good. That is important when you work only with one material. That can't look good. That is impossible. Um, because reality, nothing has only one material or one color. There are thousands of shades of something else what is on there. Nature is the best artist in the world, yeah. And to get near to them, that is art. And because of that, the most models look so like play playing things for kids or something else. Yeah, you know what I mean. Um, so for that, there you must look on the nature, how the nature do that, and try to build that in Blender. And the most things you you cannot only make this with with colors or with your node system. Uh, some colors or effects you only can control with lights. That is the one of the hugest themes about Blender lighting. That is very important, and I'm not very good in that too. I will say that, but it is enough to get a halfway good looking result. So you see how much time that takes. Some guys say make it directly. Each object you build, make this directly. The unwrap, the texture, and all that the object is completely finished that you can make. But for me, then I have no power to go on because it is too long and I don't see some results there. So because of that, I go fast one way and then I make the rest later. Sure, now it's a bad one because it's every click is the same. But you must change choice what you want. You want to see something fast, then it is like it is. Later comes the bill for that. So, but you see, that is like yoga for some artists to make that. For me, it isn't. But uh, yeah, It must be done, and so we do it. Okay, and we come nearer and nearer, so why worry? It's all about the time. You only need time, then you will have all fine. Then later we will look how it looks and get the things that are bad unwrapped from the computer and make it by our own manually. And so we have the complete result later that looks good then. So we make it. And I can tell you, we don't will reach the the nature that we don't can do because nature is too perfect. For me, that's too perfect. Other guys maybe can do that to reach the nature by doing this all. I can't, but we will see how the result looks. That is live tutorials every time. So you see live my progress of the work, and so I don't know how that all will be later. I'm on the way with you, and we will see what comes out there later. That is the thing what makes it interesting, yeah. To work on it, to see what happens, why there you learn the most. Uh, because there comes errors or failures that you don't imagine that can be happen and why that happen. And so that is the best way to do that and not follow other tutorials where they cut it 1,000 times because they made errors and you don't see them and you wonder why on my project that is. And that I love on my art to do that. Um, to show you, yeah, I make errors too, failures too, and I will clear them, and then we have a result for that. And you learned how to do it next time when you have the same error. So here you see that's bad stretched. That is some that we must make later then. Good. We're near in the half, I think, or something else, but only on one side, I think. So good thing is when you copy some done object, you better copy it with Alt. Then you have like an instance of another one. When you change the first one that you copied, the other one will change with it. So better make the copies with the Alt key. So, but I've forgotten that too. When I'm in the flow, I don't think about such things. And that is the bad one. Later comes will, and yeah, we must make double work. That is the bad thing on that. When we go as fast as I do that sometimes. But you can do it in your speed, in your quality. I only show you how to make it and how exactly you make it. It's your turn, yeah. You can do it perfectly if you want. You see how I did that, and you know how to make it better. So I will hope some guys will show me later her results that I can look how they did that and how it looks on their train. That is interesting thing how people do things with looking this tutorial and made your own train or something else. You know what I mean. So feel free to post much comments on the website there and in my group, sure. I have this Facebook group too, my YouTube channel, and so on. Just type in Pascal Old in Eagle, Google App Awesome, you will find me directly. And in this Facebook groups, I give their tutorial links for all these teams there are there for all that you can imagine. And when you look at all, you will that are the tutorials that I looked that are posted there. And so when you look the same that I looked, you can make the same like I can. For that, there is a tutorial list file to download on my Facebook group. The Facebook group is called Blender for Absolute Beginners. There you can go in and there you become pictures, helping pictures where you can see the techniques and so on. There are many, many files on there um, and many tutorials. And each day I post there two tutorials or tutorial links from Blender Guru or something else, or from me, um, where you can learn some and try some and grow with blendering. So I will say, look at my Facebook group too and get registered there. And then you have each day some new stuff about Blender and to learn more and more and be on time. Good. Wow, it's real huge thing. But okay. Ooh, I'm lucky that I don't need to unwrap that all with marked seams, and so that is horrible, horrible. But some we must make later by hand, that is sure. But then not so much as you do it directly with all, and you have other one. So, and that is it, when some people say, oh, there's a long time it takes to make that and that and that. Yeah, sure, it is not only the modeling, there's so much more than is important to make a good scene. What is a model without a scene? What is this train without the nature beside them or a town or something else? Then it has uh, yeah no function there. That is bad, and that you will see then. And yeah, because of that, some looks unreal because it is not in his background what you need. And that will be a thing what I don't have settled in the moment, in which background that all should be later. Um, there are many possibilities to do that on the train on a bridge or something else with a wood in the background or something else, or a train in the train station with people running around and other trains on there. That is a possibility. Or a driving pig when he drives to a nature picture. That is another one. And I'm not finished with that to, yeah, to say I make it so, I make so. Good. We are on the way. Very long way. And we don't will make that all black later. We will make it like German trains are. And German trains have some parts are red and some are black and some are unpainted. It's only steel. And yeah, so we will get there more contrasts in there. That is good for the whole scene then later. And so we make it like the German trains. That is not like the original then, but I think it has a good effect, so why not? Good. I'll look. Oh my God, that is endless. Good. But if it is done, we one step near to ending that. Because it is a new scene, modeling is done. Now texturing comes and unwrapping, sure. Then later comes the lighting and the last is compositing then. Then we have done all. But how I said before, I will make their complete scene with a train station or something else, and that will take time to build these houses and people and I don't know all that is work. So we will see what we do next and how far this project will be at the end. It can take months, it can be go faster. I don't know that because I never done that before. I make it here with you first time. Uh, Such a big train. I never built it before. Um, so yeah, I will see it with you. Good. So that all. Yeah. Oh yeah, we'll need later. I make that bell golden. There we need another material too. That is what I mean. We will need much materials, other materials later, and we will build them all. And the text we must put on there later. We did before this text, and maybe we make some planter text on it. So that is a planter train. That will look good to post it in groups for Autodesk or so. Then they see, wow, that is done in Blender. Uh, because they don't believe that Blender is that good like it is. Yeah. They only know AutoCAD or Maya or something else, and mean that is the best ever. But the newest version of Blender um, is fine for some parts. It's better than Autodesk or Maya, and for some the other one is better. So the most real artists work with both, or with more programs than one. And that makes it. Each program has its plus and its minus. It's like every time. Good. This tutorial is boring stuff, sure. It's not the funniest part of the tutorial, but must be done. And why should I say you own and you make it by your own? I don't make it with you. I make it with you. So I have that bad shit and you have that bad shit and you see that I do it like you do it. And there is no difference between that, yeah. It's nothing special that I do there. It's the same like you do. So, oh, that was the wrong one. So, that is okay. That here too. So, so we made the train front part maybe till the end of this tutorial. That should be done. The rest maybe make in the next tutorial the back part of the train because that isn't that funny stuff. And yeah, but yeah, we will see. And excuse me when sometimes 1 day or 2 days is no new tutorial here on the YouTube group because I told you before, also this Facebook group, and sometimes there is no time to make both, and or I want to do other things. Yeah, you know it from your own. You don't want to blender each day. Yeah, some days are good for blendering, some days are bad for that, and so it is by me too. So it's no wonder. And there comes times where you say, "Oh no, this blender, I can't do that longer. I never will be good on this." That will come, but keep on doing that and you will see you will get it. So nearly, nearly there. There comes later class material on like in the Windows 2. Uh, then we have surely the problem later that there is nothing in the train. So when you look through the windows, you will see there is nothing in. Yeah. And there we must look how we make it. There are different possibilities to do that, or we make it like in the original. There are no real windows in. There is some yellow stuff there, and you can't look through that. Maybe we make it so. Why we should do it the other way when others do the same? You can change that surely if you want another one. But yeah, nothing is impossible. It's only much work. Oh. So by all things that are curves or something else, you can't unwrap them, and because of that, the texture on these parts will be not as good as it is on normally meshes. So you have the possibility to convert these curves into meshes. Then you can unwrap them like every other. You must know by your own, but take care for the word count. Yeah, when you apply all these pipes or something else, then the word count will be very high later. So think on that. Good. So I think the front part of the whole train is now done. Yeah, the needs there and this one here. Black Smart UV project. Here the same are there are instances, so they must be on the other page. Good. I will let it for today. Next time we make that here, that we texture them, and then we look the others, and we'll make that all better then. So see you in the next tutorial. Thanks a lot. Bye.